As consumers, we see company logos daily. If you stop at 7-Eleven, you see its logo as soon as you pull in. If you make a pit stop at Dunkin' for coffee, you'll carry its logo on your coffee cup. Logos are everywhere, but have you ever stopped and really looked at them? There's more to them than meets the eye. Turns out, many companies have hidden messages in their logos. Companies like Starbucks, Amazon, and even Goodwill strategically design their logos to convey subtle messages about things like company values and products. Let's look at the hidden messages in logos you see all the time, and why they're there in the first place. Baskin-Robbins. Baskin-Robbins is known for its ice cream, but did you know there's a hidden message in the logo? Look closely and you'll see the number 31 in the initials, as in the number of flavors the company began offering in 1953. Why 31? One flavor for every day of the month, so you can try something new every day. Yum! Amazon. Amazon is a staple in many online shoppers' lives, but have you ever wondered what that little arrow at the bottom of the logo means? It's not just a fun design element, the arrow broadcasts the wide variety of stuff, from A to Z, sold on Amazon. Apple. Why does the tech giant's iconic logo have a bite mark on it? Turns out, the reason is pretty practical. The designer made the bite mark for scale, so that a smaller logo would still look like an apple and not a cherry. FedEx. The FedEx logo looks pretty normal at first glance, so it's easy to miss the hidden message. Look at the space between the E and the X, it's an arrow pointing forward, perhaps to suggest speedy and accurate delivery. Toblerone. If you've snagged this delicious Swiss chocolate bar in your day, you've seen the mountain on its logo. But wait, what's that on the left side of the mountain? Turns out, it's a bear. The bear is the official symbol of the Swiss town of Bern, the original home of Toblerone. Dell. The sideways E in the Dell logo is more than just a creative way to set it apart from other logos. Michael Dell announced that the goal of his company was to turn the world on its ear. So it's been said he started with an E. Wikipedia. Wikipedia is a massive source of information, and there's a reason their puzzling logo isn't totally complete. The unfinished globe, made of puzzle pieces with characters from various languages, represents the incomplete nature of the company's mission to be the go-to information portal, and the fact that a site built on user submissions can never be complete. Sun Microsystems. The hidden message in this logo is very clever from a marketing and branding perspective. If you turn the logo around, the word Sun is always there. Tostitos. You may have thought the dot over the I was used to give the logo a pop of color, but it's actually part of a hidden, and creative, message. The dot over the I is actually a bowl of salsa. The two T's are people, and the yellow triangle in between them is a chip. It's supposed to represent people coming together to share a tasty snack of chips and salsa, or queso, if that's what you prefer. Goodwill. You may assume the logo contains a smiling face to represent how good it feels to clean your house, donate items, and recycle clothes you no longer use. However, the face is actually just a larger version of the G in the word Goodwill that appears at the bottom of the logo. Who knew? Tour de France. Does the yellow circle represent the sun? Nope. Turns out, the yellow circle is actually a bicycle wheel. The R in Tour is a person, and the O in Tour is the back bicycle wheel. London Symphony Orchestra. So, we thought the three-letter abbreviation was written out in a fancy script font, but we were wrong. The logo not only is an abbreviation of the London Symphony Orchestra, but it also represents an orchestra conductor. The L and O are his arms. Wendy's. At first glance, the Wendy's logo looks pretty straightforward, but there is a hidden message in it. Specifically, there's a secret word hidden in the collar of Wendy's blouse. Look closely and you will notice the word mom scrolling in the old-fashioned looking top. Many thought it was a nod to the chain's efforts to prove a home-cooked feel to their food, but higher-ups at Wendy's say the secret message was actually unintentional. LG. Are the L and the G cleverly configured into a smiley face, presumably the face of a happy LG customer? Nope. Eagle-eyed folks point out that if you tilt your head to the side, that smiley face actually looks like a modified version of Pac-Man. Perhaps an ode to the beloved arcade game character in the earlier days of personal technology? That's up for speculation. According to LG, the logo stands for the world, future, youth, humanity, and technology. Hershey's Kisses. These two overlapping Hershey's Kisses make us crave chocolate big time. But, if you look carefully at the logo, you'll notice it doesn't contain merely 2 kisses, but 3. Look between the K and the I in kisses and tilt your head towards the left, you'll see a sideways kiss planted firmly between the 2 letters. Pinterest. You may think this logo is pretty cut and dry here with a capital P placed in the middle of a bright red circle. However, their signature P also doubles as an illustration of a map pin. According to CNBC, one of the designers of the Pinterest logo didn't want to add the visual of an actual pin, but the final look came together organically. Cisco. At first glance, this logo looks pretty simplistic. The networking company's name is plain as day under a line motif. However, there's more to this logo than initially meets the eye. According to Canva, those blue stripes represent an electromagnet as well as the Golden Gate Bridge, paying homage to Cisco's namesake San Francisco. Once you see the bridge in those lines, you can't unsee it. Roxy. As Quiksilver's female fashion line, the logo was indeed designed to attract its desired demographic. However, a closer look reveals so much more. The Roxy heart consists of 2 Quiksilver logos rotated to form the shape. The Bronx Zoo. The Bronx Zoo's older logo is incredibly sweet when all you see are 2 giraffes and a few birds, but check out the negative space between the animal's legs. There you'll find the New York City skyline, making the logo even more perfect. Milwaukee Brewers. This logo has been updated, but the Milwaukee Brewers still sell this version on gear and it's popular with fans, probably because the design gurus didn't supply just any old mitt. A lowercase m and b form the glove, using the team's initials in a creative way. Unilever. Considering the Unilever logo is everywhere on the company's wide range of products, you'd think we would have looked deeper than only seeing the letter U formed using a decorative motif. Upon further inspection of the Unilever U, the logo uses symbols related to its extensive product offerings. That's a pretty cool way to encapsulate what the company covers under its vast umbrella. Adidas. With its company name in lowercase bold type, we always paid much more attention to the word Adidas than anything else in the logo. Turns out, those diagonal stripes have meaning. They are intended to look like a mountain, the type of mountain an elite athlete would push him or herself to climb against all odds. Beats by Dre. The stellar sound quality of the Beats by Dre headphones and speakers just speak for themselves, right? So you may think this simple logo is just a lowercase b followed by the brand name. However, the circle that encapsulates the B actually represents a human head. The B is meant to represent someone wearing the headphones. Sony Vaio. At first glance, we thought someone just really wanted to get fancy with their fonts for the word Vaio, but there's meaning behind that original look. Sony wanted the logo to represent the integration of analog and digital technology. The V and A were drawn to show an analog wave. The I and O are there to represent binary code. For those not tech savvy, binary is a computer language comprised of ones and zeros. Chick-fil-A. Some think the company name written in bright red cursive is simply cute and a little country. The font has certainly become integral to the Chick-fil-A identity, but note the chicken incorporated into the C. Perfect for a beloved fast food chain that deals strictly in chicken. IBM. Initially, we assumed the IBM logo was supposed to look similar to if it had been run off one of the world's primitive computer printers, horizontal lines and all. Turns out, those horizontal lines symbolize the equal sign, representing IBM's dedication to equality. Gillette. The font in Gillette looks sporty, with the slanted style lending itself to the notion of speed. Those slanted letters are angled that way to give off a razor-sharp feeling. The G and the I in Gillette have been cut to be symbolic of the brand's signature product. Kölner Zoo. The German zoo's logo features an elephant with a star for its eye. But by now we should know there's more than meets the eye to a zoo logo, and the Kölner Zoo logo is no different. In the negative space, you can spot a giraffe and a rhino, as well as the two spires that are symbolic of the Cologne Cathedral. NBC. This logo features a colorful peacock, so we thought it referenced NBC's nickname as the Peacock Network. Well, we weren't entirely wrong. It's definitely a peacock, but the 6 feathers have meaning. They represent the original 6 divisions of the network. There are tons more now, but the logo remains the same. Also, the peacock's head is facing right, which is meant to symbolize the network's nod to the future. Washington Capitals. We see a patriotic eagle in red, white, and blue in this logo to represent the DC-based NHL team. There is an eagle, but there's something hidden you may not have noticed. Again, utilizing negative space, underneath the bird's head, you'll find a silhouette of the Capitol building as a nod to the Washington Capitals' hometown. Ray-Ban. You may think the logo portrays the company's name in a sleek font, providing a fashion-forward feel. Famous for their beloved sunglasses, Ray-Ban actually incorporates a subtle illustration of a pair of shades in the B in ban. Just turn your head sideways to see it. Hyundai. It's a jazzy-styled H for Hyundai, isn't it? It's slanted to insinuate speed, or so we thought. This logo is meant to represent 2 people shaking hands, with the idea being one is a salesperson and the other is a satisfied car customer. Museum of London. This logo seems straightforward. A colorful, artsy design backs the museum's name in white. But check this out, the design of the Museum of London logo was created to pay homage to London's geographical expansion throughout history. It begins with a layer of what Roman London looked like and finishes off with future Outer London. Pretty cool. Which one do you think is the coolest? Let us know in the comments section. Thanks for watching.